but just how we
We're
the
live, by
value
the
of the
way.
IBD. Yeah, like hey everybody, hey world. So but just but just you know, of course, well now let's not train of thought, CJ. Thanks. So
Brain fog.
right. Yeah, we can
uh,
call it we can call it that. So go ahead.
Monica.
You're
On
funny.
spot.
And so
What?
I'm just
no,
kidding. I'm just
no,
kidding.
but anyway, but I was, being funny here, but actually, like it was talking about, like how we value the IBD community, right?
Hmm.
Our individual perspective on, who we were before we found the IBD community, and and finding the IBD community, like how we came across and all that stuff. To me, because that's kind of what we're doing this awareness week, and and how do people become aware? So how did you guys, and I can talk about my story with that, but I'm kind of curious, you guys' story on that too. So
Okay. Do you want to go first?
Okay. So you asking like how do I feel about the Crohn's colitis week? What if I just
well,
how
well, no, like so like you just kind of for the people that for all the people that are watching out there, um
world?
like like letting them know, how did you how did you make the decision to find the IBD community, like and how has your life been impacted by being meeting some of these people.
Well, hello everyone. Renika here. My journey with the IBD community began, I would say about, I want to say this year, like February of this year.
Mm.
Um, I secretly used to go on, I have two pages. I have my personal page and I have like my, what's my page? But I have my Crohn's page and I have my personal page. So
Yeah.
I would secretly go at like hashtag Crohn's disease, hashtag ulcer colitis, hashtag IBD. She was out there. I was like, dang, I don't see nobody out here that look like me. So I know I'm really doomed for whatever going on. Not being fun or whatever. Then I start to meet a few people here and there, and I start to follow those people on my page. And then I know they have friends. I follow those friends. It wasn't until I had one of my homeboys whom said, you know what, you probably should get your own page and call it Crohn's and Sexy, call it Crohn's Royal, call it give me all these names. I said, I'm not doing that.
Oh, that's okay. Well, that's something that's funny because I always thought that you made that up. So
Right. Yeah. I said, I was like grown and sexy, good. I said, okay, what I'm gonna do is I did it. And I was like, okay, this is not gonna be cool. But then I kept meeting people. Then CJ inboxed me, and then I followed CJ. I was like, okay, this is maybe a little cool. And I started to follow other people, and I was like, wow. Then before you know it, the community started to grow before my eyes. So in my mind, it's like a little world inside of different worlds.
hmm
And I have been very grateful and grateful and happy that I did find the community because it's very supportive, and also it allows me to be able to have a voice and speak on things where I've kept hidden in my life for a period of time. So that's how my journey began and how I am embracing the community. And hopefully the community will grow more and more and more. And now being Crohn's and Colitis Week, I have seen so many people posting positive messages.
right.
Like I didn't even know we had all these people on this platform. And I'm thinking like in my mind, like this is only what I see on my timeline. I can only imagine what's going on your timeline, Jordan, TJ
I
timeline,
know. Like I have
Jasmine.
to like just to not almost not be an ass. I probably should. I didn't go through my Instagram tonight just because so many people said so many nice things.
Yes.
My posts and very supportive things and very awesome things, and I'm just so grateful for everybody that takes the time to write me anything in general. And so so I just want to make sure that I do more than just like like the comment type thing.
Definitely.
Mhm.
I try to make sure I comment inboxes outside of the inboxes, but it's very overwhelming because it's so overwhelming in a good aspect because I feel full. In the same token, I want everybody to know that I really appreciate them and I notice everything. So, but
Right.
that's kind of been my journey with the IBD community and how I have embraced and I'm keen to embrace it more. And I never knew they even had a Crohn's Awareness Week. I knew about the HIV, which was yesterday as well, about the Domestic Violence Week, about children child abuse week, but Crohn's and colitis week, I did not know about that. My
Yeah,
first
it's funny. You know, it's funny. Like CJ, thank you, Renika.
you welcome.
So CJ, like, do you want to tell your story or should I tell mine? So,
I could tell mine. Well, let's see. We got somebody, Carlos. It's your old ass coach from Braddock Road. What's up, Trust Leches '07? Who is it? Who is that? Is it Mario or Omar? Like, let me know. Drop a name in there. But for me, the IBD community uh, kind of came at a surprise a little bit. Um, I was low key in a group on Facebook, a support group on Facebook. I was chilling in there for a couple weeks, keep my head down, just checking out everybody's posts, seeing what they were talking about. Um, and it was pretty much just IBD related topics. People coming on there with their problems and questions. Um, Obviously, they're not doctors and stuff, but they are giving their personal experiences. And
Mm-hmm.
I've gone on there and I've asked questions myself when I had questions. And from there, I kind of felt alone a little bit. Even though I was in the community, I didn't really see people who looked like me. Like a lot of the people were, Caucasian. Um, I didn't really see any Spanish or black or brown people. So I went on Instagram, and on Instagram, I would go onto the explore page, and
Mm-hmm.
then I would type in Crohn's disease and ulcerative colitis, and then
Mm-hmm.
I would just scroll down, like literally just scroll down the page until I would see a person of color, and then I'd click on them, and then that's literally how I found Marquise Rashoid like that. He was one of the first people I found, and then I
Mm-hmm.
found Joel, and
mm-hmm.
then I think Jordan might have been the third person. No, 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 London. I found London O'Hara,
Mm-hmm.
the pilot, the IBD pilot, and then I found Jordan. Jordan was the first fourth person I found.
Cool.
Yeah, and then but you hit me up though, and
All
you and
right.
then we started the whole,
Yeah.
yeah,
It's been lit ever since type thing.
facts.
so,
Jordan,
so,
before you go, I have a question. Okay, I have a question right
yeah,
quick.
yeah. Go
So
ahead.
why do you got why do I know why do we search to find people in this community to look like us? Like, what is that about? Like, what is the correlation to our own individual experiences? Like, what is that all about? So people can have an understanding of when we say we try to find someone that look like us. What is your own personal idea about that? That
Well, yeah, I can answer that. To me, it's important that there's having some shared common experiences, and I think also like Crohn's, and colitis can, the symptoms can, on the outside looking in can make you appear lazy, right? And so, and and unfortunately, when you're a brown person, lazy and brown don't are just a stereotype. And so I think meeting somebody that's black or brown that has Crohn's won't assume that you're full of crap, like. And I think that's why there's value in that. I think to me, like, for me, to me, that's one thing that kind of comes to mind for me. Is that that there's maybe a different kind of empathy for what you're going through.
okay?
So
How about you, CJ?
I think it's more cultural in a sense, like also um, cultural foods. Like for
mm,
myself, I like Hispanic food, and lately I have been, having to cut out foods, and I would love to learn to make IBD friendly Hispanic meals and stuff like that.
mm,
Okay.
that'd be awesome. That'd be
Okay.
awesome.
All right.
How about yourself, ma'am?
Um, I think because of my, I don't want to say traumatic. I think because of my doctors, me feeling as my doctors previously did not take me serious, and I felt like they saw this uneducated, un what am I looking for? Who am I gonna get upset? This uneducated person or a person who doesn't care about their life, so I can tell them anything. When they learned differently about me, and I gave them, I was very challenging about my health, about my health challenge, my concerns, and I said, well, if I need this, show me where I need this. Give
Mm,
me the least extensive of treatment before I go to the biggest treatment I need to get first. And where is a person like me that has had this treatment and has been successful at it? They can never find me one. That's why I felt a lot of times insecure about my disease, and I felt a little I wasn't really confident in my doctors because they would always do things per what they've seen in other people, but never can show me a person like me that they've seen this with. That's why I was trying to find people that I could identify to ask questions. And then when I met Sonia Goins, where I didn't meet her in person, but read her story, we had a lot of the same story, not knowing what we had going on, misdiagnosing and bam, bam, bam. I'm like, damn, I had the same thing that happened to me. That's why I was eager to find people that look like me so I can see do we have the same experiences, but not really same, but similar, and go from there. That's my thought about it. That's how I feel about it.
cool, cool.
I get very passionate about my life, like passionate.
There's nothing wrong with that. Nothing wrong with that. And so I live in Nebraska, as you guys know. And so so finding people that look like me and are going through I'm going through is there's this, there are, I actually remember when I moved here, I actually didn't believe that any black people lived here at all.
Oh,
And so, I was like, wow, where am I get my haircut? Where am I get my haircut at? This is horrible. And so,
Oh, oh Lord.
like, because the way that Omaha's set up, you have to actually like, go on a field trip to find where the black people live type thing. So,
Oh, like across town.
yeah, like, like, well, on the other side of the tracks type thing.
downhill,
So,
downhill.
right, right. So, so it was just important, so I said, I've had Crohn's disease since I was 14, but, active symptoms since 2009. And then it wasn't until, like I was saying in my post, it wasn't until I really got the Prevolite, the cholesterol that, and I was like, wow, you mean it's possible to not be sick? Like, like I could actually not have diarrhea every 2 to 3 hours every day of my life for the past 7 or 8 years. And
Good lord
so,
for that, bro.
like that's because, even with Remicade and all that, like a lot of medical intervention and none of it doing anything, like just totally giving up hope type thing. So like, and so I was like, oh wow, there's a spark, there's a something there, like, and so I was, and so now, so I was like, okay, well, so this whole journey kind of happened, and so part of that was like, man, I gotta, I'm tired of, part of it was the people that are in my life type thing. I was like, man, like, I gotta just, I'm not like, you don't determine, like, like who I know and who I hang out with type thing. And so, I can get the support that I need from, on my own type thing,
Right.
and so, and so I was like, so, you know, I need somebody to talk to. So I'm going to find somebody to talk to. So, so I did. And so I just, so beyond like getting a therapist and stuff like that for myself, and that's something too. My first therapist was a white dude. And I actually talked to him for like a year or so. I was like, man, like you're helpful, but there's just, we can't talk about the bias stuff that I've been through because, you only know it at an academic level, and so like, like you can read all the books you want, but you can empathize and have compassion all you want all day, but it's just, there's only so much we can do here. And so, and I actually, so I actually found like a African American therapist. And so how like CJ was saying, when I actually like here in Omaha, I searched on the internet for like for therapists, for Black therapists, and there's like a I guess like a national website that's kind of just divvied up by like cities and stuff like that. And so I remember I did like Black, kind of like African American, something like that. And I had to like scroll through white people to find like three in the entire city of Omaha, and only one, which I just talked to
was
say
near
I had
you.
Thanksgiving too. So yeah, and so that kind of mindset coupled with finding other people out in the world, because I said at the doctor's office it was all just like old people and stuff like that, and so I literally just didn't know anybody, and so yeah, so I decided that, and also I had said I had been through all that, like, because all those painful surgeries and all these painful things and stuff, and so I was like, man, I think I'm done hiding and like this. I think I'm ready to kind of tell this story. And so I was just and so I wanted to. I feel like kind of like I said again. I was looking online. I went to the Crohn's and Colitis Foundation's website. I submitted a story, didn't hear anything,
Mm-hmm.
right? And so like, and then I didn't really see anybody that was reflective of my demographic. So and so so and so then I was like, I think then I was on YouTube, and I was like, there were a couple of people that had Crohn's, but it was more like lifestyle brands, like I do, like it's all cooking videos or exercise videos or whatever,
Mm-hmm.
Hmm.
but they have Crohn's or whatever, and so I was like, man, where are the people that are literally just talking about Crohn's? Where are they at? Where are the Black folk talking about? If there's hundreds of thousands of people in the country that have this, or like a million, whatever, whatever this, these stats are, like 900,000 or whatever it is for ulcerative colitis, or all these. I don't even know the numbers, but I just know it's like hundreds of thousands of people. I do know that, and so if that's the case, where are they at? Like where are they at online? And so,
Yo, you know what's the kicker too?
mm-hmm.
In all like the Crohn's and colitis commercials, like the Humeras and all of them, you see colored people in there having fun and all that stuff.
Mm-hmm.
The new
Mm-hmm.
salon commercial, them girls are going on a trip. They're going on a plane.
Out here dancing.
Right, that's what I'm saying.
Side
Like,
effects
and
may include
so,
death.
yeah, like
It's
like
like yeah, it's a real fucking party there, buddy.
right, your eyes, like your eyes falling out or something. So,
Yeah.
but like, but so I was determined, like, and so that's part of the reason that I made my page. I was like, well, if it's this difficult to find somebody like myself, then I got to be the person I'm looking for, right? Which is literally why part of that is like, I want to be the change. I want to be the change I want to see in the world, type thing. And so, and then also I needed that, so that compassion, that empathy, that friendship, of people, people with with Crohn's and stuff, that I could just meet and stuff like that. And like, I got to go out and meet people, like, and so I'm kind of being too, you know, kind of just going to work and going home type thing. So,
I know, right?
and so, mm-hmm, mm-hmm.
Different,
And
definitely
so,
different.
yeah, yeah, yeah. And also, of course, I had this lifelong interest in entrepreneurship and also marketing. And so, my dad is a lifelong salesman. My mom is a lifelong entrepreneur, small business owner and small business consultant. And so, so my dream is kind of with Crohn's veteran or anything else, is to create a vehicle that allows me to just control my own destiny a lot more than having than working for somebody. And so that just having a different so I've kind of like all this e-commerce and e-marketing. That's why I like Gary Vaynerchuk. That's why I like David Meltzer and all these things. Is because I was just really interested. It's like, well, how do you grow a brand, and branding? So like, how do you do all this stuff? And so, and what are these strategies, and how do people do this stuff? And so I just decided just to. The biggest one was be consistent.
Right.
Yes.
The biggest one is, whatever you're doing, don't bite off more than you can chew. Just be consistent. If it's one time a week, if it's one podcast a week, it's one podcast a week. And so just do that. Don't stop doing it. Just keep doing that. So, And so that's, so that was part of that. But also, even with me, like it was posting, at least once or twice a week, even if it wasn't on like the right days or whatever. That's why I kind of turned the analytics off. 'Cause I was like, it's my personal page. And so, and so I was like, I can't, all these, that's like, why do I care how many likes and, impressions and crap I'm getting, for my own stuff? I care about, the official page, if anything. And so I turned all that off. That's why I made it all private. So,
I feel that. Yeah,
mhm.
it's amazing now that we are
Mhm.
all connected, and we thought that it was kind of like finding a four-leaf clover in a field of three-leaf clovers. One is one out
Mhm.
there, and now you realize that all the four-leaf clovers was actually hidden between the three-leaf clovers. Because right
Mhm.
now, people that we're meeting, they were actually hidden because
Yeah, they
they
walk among us.
right, they
Mhm.
wasn't worthy enough to be visible or to
Mhm.
share themselves. That's
Yep.
how I feel like a
That's
four-leaf.
why I'm so happy. That's why I'm so happy that not only that I created the Instagram page, that I started, putting my story out there, but also that, that we create that, that myself and you guys join me, on this platform here, because, because the stuff that we've done together on this platform has just been amazing. So,
Yeah, I think so
like,
too.
I mean, it's already been like, I think, over 2 dozen people that we've interviewed, right? So,
So
Yeah,
many
that's awesome.
stories. So many stories.
yeah, yeah, and
Wonderful
the story.
stories.
Yeah, and the stories are, the stories are just, I think they're just so valuable, not only to me, and and to just
So
like,
appreciative.
it's like a therapeutic thing, just
100%.
so, yeah, that's why someone says, like, what would you do for
Right.
free? Like, well, I'm doing it now.
This.
you know,
This. No, but
like,
honestly, in all seriousness, like when I do hear these stories, like it literally does motivate me to like keep going.
hmm
Like
yeah,
as much as
yep,
a shitty time I'm going through, like those stories are like, bro, get your shit together. That's a cakewalk compared to theirs, right? So
Right.
right,
You know,
right.
lately I've been struggling. Well, I'm not gonna say struggling. I just been having like a little different, like difference. And my mom, I was telling her about this yesterday, and I was like, me coming with Crohn's and sexy now when I'm doing better versus when I was doing my worst. I don't know if I could have did it then as I am doing it
Mhm.
now. And sometimes I really feel guilty about sharing posts sometimes, especially about myself in remission. I don't want no one to think like, well, she thinks she's better than this because she's in remission. But necessarily, maybe I'm not in remission. I don't know. I just know that I feel
Yeah,
good. Am I sick right now? However,
right.
I'll always be sick with my Crohn's, but not have any active symptoms
Mhm.
outside of it will have extra intestinal manifestations, but not nothing like no other challenges. But I do feel at times feel a little like, ah, no, I ain't post that. Mm-mm. Because I don't want nobody to think that. So I was reading a post on Facebook yesterday, and the girl said, um, we always posting about people who are sad and sick. How about the ones that are happy and healthy? And one girl
Mhm.
said, well, if we up here posting then and we're sad and sick, some of us don't want to talk about people who are happy and healthy because we're not there yet. And I was like, oh my God, like I just started to cry because I felt like I don't want to be that person where people are like, well, damn, she posting all the time. She always get, but I'm not really that. I'm not that way all the time. And I
I
do
was
post.
there.
No.
That's really that's and I was there in the beginning of my journey. That was like the resentment stage. Like when
Right.
you would see like
Mhm. Why
healthy,
are you
like
so happy?
Crohn's, yeah, like man, I'm over here suffering. You happy? Next. Get out of
Yeah.
here. No, but yeah,
Unfollow.
it's some real stuff though. Like I did go through that a little bit. Like I'd be like seeing the people like who are in remission. I would kind of be sad, but I'd be like I was looking like I'll get there. I don't know when, but one day. But you do kind of get a little sad, but I'm farther in my UC journey that now when I see it, I'm actually happy for those people. You know?
Right. I
Yeah.
be sad when people like when I be like, damn, they have reversal. Damn, they doing good. Not sad like I'm mad at them. Not at all. I'm more sad like, damn, could my journey be like that? But I want to be like, well, how does it happen? Like, did you do good? I more want to hear more about it. But I had to learn that we have our own different journeys and our own different walks and the amount we
For
go
real.
through. I gotta be my authentic self. And I feel like I have an appointment next month to see the GI doctor for colonoscopy. She tell me, Miss Wood, your symptoms are very active. I don't know that because right now, because today I've been tired. I've been like tired all freaking week. Like I'm like, the day is Tuesday. What is that? What's the damn? I didn't know there was Wednesday. I forgot there was Wednesday. That's that brain fog. I never had it before. So you
Yeah.
just never know.
You
You know,
got
I'm like,
fatigue
damn.
too?
Yeah, I've been fatigued all day today, yesterday too. So, but other than that, like I think that my what I consider to be active symptoms, when I was having my diarrhea, my bloating, my anemia, my blood. Oh my God, like that part, I don't have that, but I have some other internal things going on that I have had surgery for later on. I mentioned before, like I have skin issues with my skin, dermatology issues with my Crohn's, my eyes sometimes, like my feet now are bothering me. So I have other things going on, but
Right,
not
right,
where it's like my GI is affected right
Do your joints swell as well?
now. Joints, I never have any joint pain. The only pain I've had is like a pain on my left side of my back. And
Hmm.
she said it could be like a sciatic nerve, but come from weight gain as well. So I've been forced to lose weight now per my nutrition, my nutrition, nutrition. So I have to lose weight because where I was pre-surgery,
Hmm.
I got to get back there now because my body is has more weight on it, so my body is not functioning as it should be
Hmm.
prior to having my surgery. So yeah, it's another challenge in itself. So yeah, so y'all out there listening, just know that everybody's journey is different. It's not the same. Even though a person may appear to look good or sit in remission, remission for them may mean that they're not having that active symptoms they had last year, but they can have a lot of whole other symptoms going on. So that's how I feel about that part. So I just want to say, forgive me if I ever came across that way, because it's by no means do I ever want to be that person. Not at all. And talking about I'm getting sad because I don't want to be that person. I'm not that person at all. So yeah.
right. And I definitely, that's kind of a big part of my journey. Also, is like, yeah, like that's one of the things that I see. It means CJ kind of deal with her symptoms sometimes in similar ways, like, and so and so that's
Yeah.
so being putting out positive energy is a very intentional act, because just being that as a anger and stuff like that is like people deal with these scary things that happen to our
Mhm.
bodies in different ways, and that can manifest in people crying, people becoming workaholics. It could be people being angry, it could be whatever. And so in my case, it was just like, yeah, like kind of doing these lots like self-harming stuff, and just being angry and stuff, and like or being like getting kind of progressively shorter tempered. I'll
Yes.
say that.
Mhm.
I'll say that, like, over a long period of time.
Your patience
Over,
going down
but like over a
or
span of like,
dumbing. Yeah.
actually over a span of years, my like I almost can see it, like and just by hanging out with people that just are almost like wearing down that wick, and so wearing down that wick, and so like so now things are a lot better, and so that's kind of a lot longer again, and so
Right.
and so that's but that took a lot of work, and so that's something I'm still working on. But yeah, but to me, it's like not giving people the power to make you angry, and so like
I
and so
failed.
that's so
I failed at
and so
that
that's
Thanksgiving.
no, that's easier said than it's a practice. You practice it.
Yeah,
It's not
but
something it's something like, just like kind of like like a doctor or a lawyer or something. You practice it. So
yes,
Right.
but
controlling your emotions is something that takes time and practice
that
to.
I'm working on, that I'm working on myself, type thing. That's no easy task, but that's my mom was told me that one was, don't give people the power to make you angry. And so yeah, just it's that's something I've always tried to aspire to, like that and also even with me, like on a side note, I always try to get my point across without, like, upsetting the person. I try to, because I don't want my message to be lost, type thing. Because if I upset the person in front of me, then it doesn't matter what I'm saying anymore.
Right.
So and so and I want to be able to express, like, this is what I'm thinking or whatever. And so, but so I don't know, Miss. I say, yeah. So yeah. So Crohn's, so to me, like, I feel like the IBD community sometimes is a little bit like I was saying, that like, and once you see all these people, like you can really gauge, like, okay, if I don't feel well, or actually if I do feel well, like yourself, Renika, like if I don't have, these specific symptoms or whatever, I don't think there's anything wrong with that. And, as far as, being you and being happy that you feel okay, and sharing that. And so,
I've
and
been
so,
ringers. Like
mm,
I've been to the point where I feel like if I was to take one more step, my life would be over. Like this is crazy.
because I've
Woo.
been,
Oh,
yeah, I just remember, yeah, I definitely have a forward, like learning, taking life lessons, and I'm gonna try to be, be the best I can be type thing, so,
right, right.
yeah, because I'm not in, yeah, like the whole like Zen master, thing, like, not, not being attached to praise or criticism, you know,
Right. I
that,
agree with
that,
you.
Oh
you know,
no, I feel like honestly, I feel like that prednisone that knocked away my ability to control my anger a little bit, in a
mm.
Wait,
sense.
See,
Like
like,
I opened the door and left it open on accident.
how do you feel about military bearing, CJ?
Bearing.
Yeah,
Either you
bearing.
got it or you don't.
Like you maintain your bearing type
I'll
thing.
tell you one thing. When I first was in boot camp, I had no bearing. Like when I got picked up by my platoon, and then after the first, I think it was the first
Oh,
day, I got
Renika,
broken.
like what we're talking about?
Hmm.
Do you know what bearing is,
Yeah, yeah.
Renika?
Oh, Monica.
I guess anger.
No, like okay, like it means like
Yeah.
no, like bearing is like when you have like the people like yelling in your face and stuff, and you're just like,
Oh,
and
Keep
you're
a
all like,
straight face.
yeah,
oh,
like like maintaining your bearing is
Losing,
not,
not losing your
yeah, not,
cool.
yeah, like not breaking, like if you do,
composure.
like, like not breaking composure, exactly. And so like and so like if you and so I've funny stories about not getting in trouble for not doing that, for like not breaking composure. I was supposed to like do something, but anyway, yeah. So it
Yeah.
is. So I was just saying about I used to think about my anger and stuff, like maintaining your like people have like broken my bearing. You broke my bearing type thing. Like I can't. I used to be able. You could be saying some wild stuff to me, and I'd be like,
Nah,
but now, it's like, but now I'm like, I'm ready to bang type thing. And I was like, I can't be doing that. So,
Okay, now you see what the man bearing. See that when I was reading about that, this the prednisone, it is this the class of the is it corticosteroid?
oh, but somebody like,
quarter.
Quarter something
Yeah, 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 yeah.
corticore. I call it corticore, but they have it's
Bro, I literally
cort-
wrote it down over there, but yeah, it's
corticosteroid.
yeah,
mm,
corticosteroid.
Yeah, corticosteroid. So it has like a lot of psychological factors. So you mentioned your anger. When I was reading about it, a lot of people have those short-term aggression and irritability, even when they are done with their dosing. Their dosing.
Yeah, it's gonna
Um,
take a couple of days, or maybe like someone said like 2 weeks. I'll be back to normal, like around two
mm.
weeks.
how do you
But
feel like overall? Like you said, anger. Are you angry or you just feel like blah blah? How you feel?
it's more angry at a situation that happened
Okay, I
and
got.
at a person, even though I don't care about this situation or person. Like it's just my mind going back to it for some reason. I don't know.
You.
Mm.
I got you. So let it go over there. Okay, it makes sense then. But not necessarily. But it isn't the anger. Your other anger is not nowhere. Oh,
Oh yeah, look, everything is good. It's just like me just thinking of that. It's just like it just makes me angry. I'm like, why am I even still thinking of this? It's like move on, bro.
Mm.
okay. That I think one of my followers, and she takes Bud Dest Budesp
Buttonizone?
button is on. Yeah, I never heard of it before. What is that?
I heard of it, but I didn't look it up.
I looked up last
I
night.
haven't looked it up. I've
Is
heard
it
it
the same
though.
class of steroids? I want to say I looked at one people like they liked it, but I never got allowed that. I got allowed to take Imuron and prednisone. And Imuron, I was like, yeah. old as ill. Yeah, right. No,
Mm.
no.
Damn.
Worst, the worst medication I ever taken. Oh my God, it was bad. So I already think that we are really on the right path, you guys. A lot of things going on this week, outside of this the coronavirus week, just outside of our lives in general, just being there for other people. Even with the young guy, not to say his name on the air right now, but mentioning him and him wanting to share his story hopefully soon. He's new to this, but not new to this, but new to sharing about it. And I guess the encouragement around him is really having him open up. So you know what, I can do this myself. So I
Mm.
think those are the positive things that this IBD community is really bring it out of people.
Cool.
Yeah, I
Cool.
feel good about it.
You got anything, Jordan?
I do. Shamika Wood,
That's my
um,
sister.
Oh,
about a half an hour ago,
she said,
wrote,
"Hey guys, hope everyone is well and getting ready for Christmas holiday. How was everybody's Thanksgiving?"
well, if she's still watching, my Thanksgiving was good.
Thank you, Shamika. My Thanksgiving was good. I wish I could have seen you, but I did see you prior to Thanksgiving. So thank you for checking in with us. I really appreciate it. My sister's very supportive.
Yeah.
She is a alpha female. She would like leave her job and like she would like leave work and come down here with me and like she just freaking awesome. She's younger than me. So she just so freaking amazing. I appreciate her so much. Thank you, Shamika. Why am I crying? I don't know because she's so sweet. Because she watches this, it's like watch this like every Wednesday. She up and watching us. That's big.
Really
She
It
work
supportive.
a
is.
lot up and watching. So
Anybody,
thank you, Shamika.
yeah, just literally anybody that's watching is, cool. So,
Yeah,
because yes, so I was just kind of going through the podcast again, and like, something like 20% of our, like one in five of our listeners are either from France or the UK on our podcast.
really.
And so like, and we've at least streamed, maybe not, I said like maybe not subscribers, but like at least people that have streamed the show, like literally all over the world. So like it's pretty cool. Like and I'm just oh, and also you guys are gonna um 53% of our podcast listeners are over the age of 45.
Hey y'all,
What's up,
So
y'all?
so
what's up? Get the
and
party
so
rolling.
so um
Jordan got all the numbers, all the numbers.
right, and so like 40, like between the ages of 45 and 59 years old is 33%. So like one in three people that listen to our show is between the ages of 45 and 59.
That is awesome. Thank
And
y'all
so,
so much. We really appreciate it.
yeah, we do appreciate that. And so um
And could we
each
ask
of
are there any like any things that you guys want us to talk about or any question you guys ever have? You can always hit us up on different platforms. We would love to know like what type of topics or questions you guys are interested in knowing about as related to
I
the
mean,
IBD community.
we could definitely, start, putting out a lot more of that kind of content out, you know.
Mm-hmm.
And so just that's cool. So yeah, but as far as like, 18 to 22 and 23 to 27, that's like 12%. So
I
like
mean, they busy. They out there doing their thing.
right. But that could be like, just but that could be just the age group of podcast listeners, or the people that are looking for health podcasts or whatever. The age of people looking for health podcasts. But yeah, but I'm 53%. So over half are female listeners, and
Yeah,
then
for some reason
and
I
then
didn't see
probably
the news.
Apple and yeah, but
Okay.
yeah, but like 4% of our listeners are in Australia. I mean, like it's crazy. So it's like really cool little stuff like that.
That's dope.
So like, so
It
we're
is
like,
though. Thank you guys.
right, and so like we're Australia, Hungary, Ireland, India, Greece, Morocco, Germany, Spain, New Zealand, Norway, Sri Lanka, Finland, Austria, Sweden, Poland, Serbia, Singapore, Mexico, Denmark, Egypt, Slovakia, the Netherlands, and Cyprus have all listened to our show at some point in time.
Wow. Talk about worldwide.
Powerful
Right?
IBD. IBD don't
Hmm.
discriminate. I'll tell you
It
that
does
one.
not.
Right.
It
And
not saying
so,
so much. Oh my goodness.
right. And so those are all like less than 1%. So at least once, somewhere, somebody listen to that. And
That's
so,
awesome.
and so that's really awesome. And so, um, yeah, I mean, and so I just want, that's something I finally changed today and I was on our bio. Um, is that I'm considering by a podcast on there might be helpful, so
Yeah.
just it might just a little bit. I'm thinking this might be a little bit helpful,
A little bit, maybe.
A little
to put that on the official Crohn's veteran bio. And so I did that, and so we can build our audience. Um, but David Chin is definitely, so shout out to him, because he actually put our podcast episode with Ben Travers on his story.
Oh, that's
oh,
dope.
thank you.
And so on his Pandonomics story, and on the I said Pandonomics was rated the
Number
number one
one.
podcast in the country. It beat out Joe Rogan. It beat out Gary Vaynerchuk. It beat out. It's literally his show is like one of the most highly regarded and respected podcasts in the country, and he put us on his story. So I'm saying, so like,
Oh, I did see that. Thank you so much. Thank
right.
you.
So
Thank you.
so
Thank
it's a
you.
very, I'm looking forward to saying thank you tomorrow, type thing. And so
Yeah.
we talked to him, and so but yeah, but that I someday it'll be yeah. So that's why I said to stay in the course, I mean, it feels like I feel like we have a pretty modest audience, but it's like that's why it's something too that it hasn't fluctuated. I mean, it fluctuates, but it's like that could just be almost like like they kind of margin of error or whatever. Like they could just be like it's settling one way or the other because it's always like like a few down and a few up.
Hmm.
Mm-hmm.
So right now so like and so it seems like there are some people that do listen to our show, which is makes me very happy. This makes me happy. And so if we can I want to get that up to people are listening, maybe we can get 100 subscribers. And so 100 subscribers on our podcast, and and so we already have 50 subscribers on our YouTube channel over that. And so I'm very grateful for that too. Yeah. So,
Definitely.
mhm. So
That's awesome.
so cool. So
All right.
that's yeah. So I'm pretty excited about that. Um, yeah, it's hard to, it's like surreal, and so
Definitely.
it's pretty cool. But that's you know um something that we could do. Something that we could do is we can. I wonder how much that would cost to to get transcripts of the show, to get transcripts of the show made, and then get those translated into other languages. Because if you put that on the blog, because that would be immensely
Mm,
valuable, right?
yeah.
Like if you could, if we had, in like four languages, like like Arabic, Spanish, French, and English, or whatever it was, like the four biggest languages, China, like Mandarin, Arabic, Spanish, or something like English, or some shit, something like that. We made a transcript every single episode, in those languages.
I'm pretty sure with all of the techie world we live in now, and people doing all these type
Yeah, I mean,
of,
is this? I mean,
of
that's just the thing of cost, because a physical human being would just listen to the show and
Write it down. Yeah.
yeah, and just and transcribe it. It's like I just wonder, since our episodes are like half an hour or 40 minutes, some whatever, like how much it costs to write down that much that, or if somebody can just. That's why I'm saying, like, I would like to figure out a cheap way to get it transcribed. Like, is there any way, like, I might even Google that, like, like, like what is a, what is it, what is a,
Y'all want to discuss this off the screen?
Yeah, we
This is
could.
some good stuff right here.
Yeah, we 56 minutes deep.
Yeah.
All
Oh,
right.
dang.
So, but I said, well, I guess if we're closing things out, then yeah, I'm just grateful, for everybody that listens to our show, everybody that supports, what we're doing to raise IBD awareness. You know, check out our store, the Teespring store. We're always adding new stuff and trying out new things to, just to make to allow people to have something cool to wear while they while they're supporting Crohn's disease and and colitis and stuff. And so,
Right.
um, the things that it's kind of like it's always in that vein. Like when I wear this, that's why to me that's the way like stuff your stuff should be. Like
Right. I agree.
don't make stuff for other people to wear. Make it for you to wear type thing.
Right.
Yeah.
And because so
Oh,
but yeah, and so yeah, crohnsveteran.com. Podcast is on Apple, Google, Spotify,
Check us out.
you know, Anchor, YouTube channel,
I
Chill,
want to shout out that.
Twitch.
Twitch, Chill Ghost. I don't know, man. It seems like maybe it's part of our challenge is because we had said we our demographic skews like 45 and up, and so if our demographic skews 45 and up, then that means there's gonna be very few people that are gonna be like, yeah, I want to get a Madden tournament on PS5. There's gonna be, that's not,
I mean, we
like
just
literally
gotta
five
target
percent,
the young
5%
people
of
on Instagram.
5% of our listeners, 5% of our listeners are like, I almost want to look at like my website too. Like the analytics for our website, something like 800 and some odd people have like gone to our website or something like that. Which it's got like it's got like 800 views or something. And so to anybody listening, appreciate that too. So we're
Yep.
trying to, so we're trying to get that, traffic. We're trying to get people to use our website, check out our show on there. We have a lot of cool content on there, so we encourage people to check us out and support us on there.
Definitely. And I want to say that everybody out here is out here celebrating Crohn's and Colitis Week. This is a week of celebration for awareness. Don't be afraid to let your voice be heard. Partake in any other discussions that's going on because you are important and you matter. And let's break the stigma of IBD and let's all become together as a positive community and fight this thing. And I love you guys and thank you guys for listening and for all the support. And for everybody who purchased Crohn's Veterans gear this week, who's wearing the gear, through the whole course of this year, you guys are freaking awesome, amazing. Thank you guys so much. TJ, anything you got to say to the people?
Stay awesome, everybody, and check us out next
Right.
week.